line up thinking Nate Waldron was going to run the football, and Javar Law just did a streak down the field. Wide open.
You get a little bit of an idea of the wind, Mike. That was a nice spiral until it got up there high, and then it started to wobble a little bit late.
So,
what is it, guys?
Rochester.
You can fight the law, but this time the law won.
That's right. Timeout for Rochester now. They want to talk about it. You see Law catch it. Oh, boy, what a way to go into the locker room, and you'll have to see what Duquesne's made out of now. That has to be crushing for them. They had the great defensive stand 3 times in a row, forced Rochester into turnovers, but it turns out that their first turnover turns into a late half touchdown, and I imagine they got to go for 2 here, Mike, after missing the first.
Oh, without a doubt. What, as you said, what a turnaround. Looks like you're going to go in 7-6 down at halftime. Duquesne, probably momentum on their side. 2 plays, it all turns around. The thing there, I think you have to watch, guys. If you're Duquesne, you can't let any. You know something tricky's coming. You have to know a pass or something going deep.
Sure, they're not going to run 35 yards. Let them run the football.
Yeah. Feel bad for Wendell Brown. He just bit on the fake. And hey, Nate Waldron can throw the football a little bit too.
Wendell bit on the fake and nobody picked up Law. I mean, he was wide open. You throw or you run here, Mike. What do you want to see? They got 2 guys split to the right. They got Law and Fike out there.
Well, the way the pass is going, I think I run the football.
Well, they want to throw it. And it's going to be complete. Caught by Mitch Getman. The 2-point conversion is good, and that makes up for the missed extra point earlier, and Rochester's up by 7, 14-7 with 12 seconds to go in the half.
The key to that play, guys, he got about an extra second or 2 so that Mitch Getman could sneak out of the backfield into the flat. That's what made that play work. And there I am again saying I'd run the football, and they throw past a 2-point conversion.
Well, Fike and Law were split out to the right, and they drew all the attention in the coverage, and Getman just kind of snuck his way out of the backfield, and nobody was there.
Well, as you saw there, Pettinel Jits pumped once because I don't think Getman was out into the flat yet. If he'd have got rushed and got hit, he wouldn't have been able to complete that pass, but he had an extra second after the pump, and Getman got out there. Wow, what a turnaround. What a turnaround.
5 drives in the half for Rochester, Mike. They score on their first one. They score on their last one, the 3 in between. They turned the ball over all 3 times. Credit their defense. None of those turnovers cost them any points and allowed them to stay in the ball game until they could take that lead with 12 seconds to play.
And they're the bigger team. I think the more powerful team, probably the stronger team physically. Interesting to see in the second half how Duquesne will hold up to that.
Well, Brown, Corey Gibson, and Leighton Dunn back deep to receive. I would imagine you're going to see a squib here because that's a talented trio. You don't want to give any of them an open field to run with in the final seconds of the half.
And especially a guy in the middle, number 5. Kick it anywhere but to him.
And they do squib it. It's going to be taken by the up man, Jamil Washington. But he got some speed, too, and he breaks it outside 40, 45, and gets out to about the 49-yard line. 4 seconds to play in the half. Mitch Getman maybe made a touchdown-saving tackle there. There weren't many blue shirts left.
Well, Duquesne's got 4 seconds here. I think you go in down 14-7.
You don't put another one up deep?
Danny Fike might return this one all the way if you do. The way he's been picking off passes, making big plays.
Timeout called by Rochester.
All right, Rochester calls a timeout, get their defense in order here.
We talked about Gene Matzook, guy. You know, he took over, he said, for his brother Danny Matzook. This is his 3rd year now. Danny Matzook is always here. I'll bet he's here somewhere today. Danny Matzook is now the assistant superintendent of schools in Penn Hills.
Well, you got to start wearing a suit and tie every day. You can't coach anymore, you know.
Gene Matzook used to coach basketball at Freedom in Rochester. So,
in fact, teacher at Freedom Middle School.
Speaking of basketball, every year this happens in Rochester because they go so far. But this is the worst year. They go far, and their basketball team always gets off to a late start. But this year, it's been worse than ever. Their basketball team, they only have 3 players right now.
Well, sure, you have Nate Tucker's on the basketball team. He's playing football. Jamar Law plays hoops. Mark Iannini plays hoops. Nate Waldron, Tyler Palm, Sam DeJoven, the kicker. I mean, you know, most of this, and in these smaller schools, you know, most of these kids are 2, 3 sport athletes.
This is the first time they've been able to have enough the last few years to still play the games early in the season, the basketball game. They're probably not going to do that this year at Rochester.
You know what? You win 3 straight state football championships.
You
I
give
think
that up.
You'll put it up. That's right. All right, we'll see what happens here. They're going to have time for one play. It's on their own 48. Did they just take a knee? Rochester, prevent. They got everybody back deep. There's 4 guys on the line of scrimmage. They are going to throw the ball. They're going to go for the short thing.
Lateral.
There you go. And they're not going to get much with it. Leighton Dunn pushed out of bounds at about the 36 to end the half, knocking him out of bounds. Brent Whiteleather. So there you have it. 14-7. Rochester leading Duquesne. If you joined us late, both teams scored touchdowns on their first drives of the game. Then it was a defensive struggle for a while, some turnovers, some penalties. Late in the half, Danny Fike with an interception for Rochester, returned at 40 yards. And then Nate Waldron on the halfback option throws a touchdown pass to Jamar Law, and that gave Rochester the 14-7 lead, their first lead of the game, because Duquesne got on the board first. Pat Monroe headed to the locker room now, and Rochester trying for the 3rd straight year to win the WPIAL title. And the guy that's won the first 2, Gene Matsuk, he's standing by with our Trenny Kuzner. Trenny?
Hi, guys. And we have to ask him about that play right before the half. It's your play where you're thinking we should just go for it. We have nothing to lose at this point.
We thought it was a good time to call. We've been practicing for the last 3 weeks, so I think we pulled out of the bag this time, and it worked for us.
How about your defense keeping you in this game?
Doing a tremendous job right now. We're containing Brown right now, but we still got 24 minutes yet.
What do you say to the kids in the locker room?
We got to be patient. The Colts are our ally right now. We got to continue to play well because Brown can break at any time. So.
Well, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
14-7, they lead it. We'll go to break now. We'll come back with the Rochester Band.
The buzz has been so great on the all-new 2003 Accord that we've had to keep it under wraps. Oops.